taking it away. This is going to be Survivor Runeterra Season 3 Fan Favorites Episode 5 The Jury Begins. So what that means is the first person, or the person that is eliminated tonight, is going to be our first member of the jury. Before we start, can you hear my audio okay, and can you hear the lo-fi okay? Can everybody see the screen okay? There's any issues? Nobody needs to use the bathroom or anything like that? Is everybody buckled up and ready to go? That's my question. Is everybody nice and ripped? Does anybody need me to take another ripper for him? Are you guys not properly ripped yet? Zoot Zooted is buckled up. Clutch is ready to go. I love making these episodes for you guys. We've been doing them since early December, and we're going to finish this season strong. Then we're going to have like a month or so's break, and maybe we'll start another season. And what I'll do is I'll ask the new season. I'd love to do a whole season where the new homies, anybody who's within 3 months of following me, only new homies will do a season. And we'll call it season or Survivor Runeterra 4, like season 4, fucking like new homies. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, new homies. I don't know what to call it. Something to do with new homies. Like, rookies. Like, rookies versus veterans. We'll do a team of homies that have been around for a year or longer versus a team of people who are brand new. That could be fun. Rookies versus veterans, guys, for Season 4? Thoughts on that? Rookies versus veterans. Season 4. Let me know if you guys like that idea or not. That would be everyone, one team of people who are brand new to the stream versus a team of people who have been around for fucking forever. Like Glix, you've been around for fucking forever. We gotta get you a sub, dog. You've been with me since November 19th, 2021. That's a long ass time, bro. That should be the next Rex Games. Rookies versus veterans? Maybe. Let's kick off the episode, shall we, guys? Turn it down just a little bit. So, this is our little jury list. This is a good idea for you guys to keep track of who has been voted out. So, in Episode 1, we lost Ivor. In Episode 2, we lost Sejuani. In Episode 3, we lost Jax. Then we had the merge. Our first episode of the merge was on Wednesday. We lost Evelyn. And now it is time for our first member of the jury and our 5th member voted off. Let's go ahead and kick things off, shall we, guys? This is our current merge tribe battle map. Evelyn, eliminated at last tribal council. We now have an updated battle map, and this is where everyone voted. So, we have this massive voting block from last episode. And it is Gragas, Fizz, Janna, Morgana, Kaisa, Shen, and Ash. Oh my god, Kisman gifted a sub to Glixie. I appreciate you, homie. Subscribed 7 months in a row. I was joking, but that is very impressive of you. Thank you so much, Glixie. I will give you another bong ripper. It is the entire tribe versus Pantheon. If you guys don't know what happened last week, let me just go flash back a little bit. This was our updated battle map. We had this voting block of 6 with a couple members of Red Tribe and a couple members of Blue Tribe. We had the Knowledge is Power advantage on Pantheon, and we had the idol on Gragas. Ultimately, it was Pantheon who stole Gragas' idol, took out Evelyn. Shen was immune because he had 1 immunity. So our first immunity win of the week of the season, by the way, first individual immunity, which is important to note, went to Shen. Individual immunity, because all I. And we're gonna see who takes it home tonight, guys. Who do you think's gonna get individual immunity tonight? Will Shen go 2-0? The record is 4 wins, guys. If Shen hits 4 wins and makes it to the end, that is an absolute, like, solid reasoning as why he should win the $1 million. Let's go back forward. Ultimately, Evelyn goes home. Pantheon, what a man. And now we're going to get into the meat of this episode, guys. Let's take it away. Ready? But first, the ripper for Kisman. Who's the one person you want to go home, and who's the one person you absolutely love? Like, give me a love-hate in chat. Love, Pantheon. Hate, I don't know. Fill it in. I know Rooney's. I know half of Rooney's. Some dudes invest everything in NETs. I invest everything in Rexus TV. Amen, Kisman. You should go all the way on Rexus. Rexus goes all the way on you, bro. Someday I'm going to have a t-shirt, and it's just going to be a superimposed giant version of my face with a lighter and a fucking glasses and the beanie, and we're gonna make it into a t-shirt and everybody can wear it. You guys could literally wear me. Then I would be on you physically. We'll make sweatshirts, beanies, dude, mugs. I should be a toothbrush. There should be Rex's toothbrushes. Dude, Rex's dildos. No, I'm just kidding. Love Shen, hate Fizz. Alright, good to know. Let's take it away. This one's for you, Kiz. Much love, buddy. You're like, yo, fucking hit up the Rex's merch store now and get access to the Rex's oven. It looks just like a regular oven, but when your little timer's done, it goes, ready up, homies. That's all it says. That's all it says. It's $800. One more ripper. That was a light boy. It was a light boy in a world full of heavyweights. You're gonna be on me physically. Don't know how I feel about that. Well, your name's Kizman, right? It's not Kiz Boy. It's Kizman. I'll leave it at that. Alright. Here we go, guys. We're going to get a confession from Kaisa. She says, I'm glad Evelyn went home last night. She tried to put me into an alliance I wasn't totally comfortable with. Pantheon is the high priority target now, but that doesn't mean he's an easy vote. Shots are being fired back, and it's time to fight back. Or shots are being fired, and it's time to fight back. Shots. Shots are being fired. So Kaisa is worried that, like, there are blasts happening. They're, like, red and blue are going at it. Even though it's a merged tribe, people are still kind of voting together. Everybody voted for Pantheon. Everybody was fooled. There's going to be so many angry people in this stream or in this episode, guys, because they all feel duped. They feel they were stupid by Pantheon, you know? Oh, Sky Captain account used to be called Kizboy. That's hilarious. To become Kizman. I like that you evolved yourself. Just like the fact that Kizman evolved himself, our champions are going to be evolving themselves. And you're going to start to not just see regular skins, you're going to start to see champions rocking skins because they've gotten better in the game, therefore they've evolved. And you'll see it. Ready? Pantheon is evolved. I don't know what skin that is. What skin is that, guys? Perseus Pantheon? It's pretty fucking nice. Pantheon says, I chose Evelyn. It wasn't an easy choice, and I definitely overthought the situation the entire time leading up to Tribal. It was Fizz who tipped me off right before Tribal, only because he was worried after he had heard Eve mentioning an all-female alliance. Damage control is definitely needed on Morgana, but I should gain favor with the guys. So, Pantheon definitely fucked over Morgana's #1 ally, but he wanted to... Is this an actual game? Who wrote this stuff? I wrote this stuff. It's like an episode. It's like Survivor mixed with League of Legends. But it's just the personalities of the characters in League of Legends. They're not like doing any of the physical shit that they do. They don't have any superpowers. Imagine if it was just Survivor. Like, close your eyes and imagine just Survivor, right? There are people, humans from all over the US, right? But then it's like I went in and I changed their brain chemistry and I made it match the personalities of the characters that we've seen in League of Legends. Because, like, you know, Evelyn wants to be dubious. Fizz wants to be a trickster. Shen is very, like, loyal and he wants to fucking defend everyone. So, like, those personalities fit into the game almost seamlessly. Almost fucking seamlessly. I'm glad I got you all caught up, kids. Tell me if you have any questions, okay? Carry on, Jeff Probst. It's Jake Probst, actually. And yes, sir, no problem. Dude, if Jeff Probst was my dad, I'd be so happy. We get a confessional from Gragas, the rabble-rouser, and he says, my entire life I've been too slow, just short of the finish line. Always second best. Pantheon was my own teammate. Instead of trusting me, he took my idol. I'll show him a different side of me, one he's not going to walk all over. So fucking our boy Gragas is pissed. He is pissed, son. He's not happy. Oh, you want this Pantheon skin? Yeah, Pantheon's upgraded. He's also, it's at nighttime. That's an important thing to note. He could be looking for idols again, because last week he stayed up all night long, waited for everyone to fall asleep and started looking for idols. So whenever you see Pantheon with like this blue, you see how it's like nighttime on the camera? Kinda, I know there's a lot of shit on the screen. But like if I were to mute this real quick, like... You see how it's like, it's one of those like middle of the night cams? Exactly. So Gragas is pissed at Pantheon. Pantheon, you know, told us why he voted out Evelyn and how he needs to try to do damage control on Morgana, but he thinks he has, you know, Gragas and Fizz in his back pocket. Pantheon's wrong, because Gragas is clearly fucking pissed at him. And we're going to get another confessional from Gragas. Double confessional. I told you this is something I started doing. And he says, I'll stay up all night looking for the Seidel. I won't let Pantheon get the best of me. Ever again. He's fucking pissed. Alright, Pantheon has triggered Gragas in a way that, like, you wouldn't believe. Gragas is DEFCON 5. He's fucking super pissed. And he's going to do everything in his power to try and get Pantheon out tonight. Pantheon is in huge trouble, Rooney. Huge trouble. We get another night. I haven't done so many night confessionals or night scenes, so it's nice. Again, I want to... This is my 3rd season of doing the show, and I want to creatively add more and more layers to it so that the show just gets better and better. And Fizz says... Morgana says, if we don't stop him, Pantheon will win this game. And Fizz says, we won't let that happen. Everyone wrote his name down last night. Tonight, if he wins, we need a scapegoat. And Morgana says Gragas did have an idol no one knew about. So Morgana maybe wants the title. Morgana potentially wants to target Gragas. Because it is true. If Pantheon just wins immunity, they're gonna need a scapegoat. Fizz says, who's the most untrustworthy person on this beach? I don't trust Shen. And, you know, she kind of reciprocated that she doesn't trust Gragas. So Gragas and Shen's name are being thrown out on the board right now. The big 3 potentially going home are Shen, Gragas, and Pantheon. The guys are in trouble. None of the women's names have been thrown out there yet. We got a confessional, and oh my god, Fizz has gone plus ultra. He is Little Devil Fizz. He says, stirring the pot is what I do best. The ultimate showdown between Morgana and Pantheon has begun. Easy votes, top 6, here I come. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Fucking Fizz, you son of a bitch. Stirring the pot. In the morning, we get a confessional from Pantheon. He says, I couldn't sleep that night. 8 votes against my name. I felt alone. I sat there watching the sunrise and reminded myself my family was still waiting for me. The game continues. Pantheon, bro, is on, like, the edge. He's on the edge of his game right now. He really doesn't... This is kind of how Jax felt in his episode. Like, to not have anybody on the tribe that you can trust. The fact that every single one of them wrote down his name. No one even tried to defend him last episode. I would definitely be feeling pretty fucking bummed out too, bro. You don't want to feel alone on that island. Especially when there are 7 other people that still have to go home. Angry confessional from Morgana. She says, I felt lulled into a false reality. Pantheon has now targeted and eliminated 2 of my allies. He must go home. Ivern and Evelyn, I'm sorry. Peak Theon, yeah. So we lost Ivern and Evelyn. Those were both Morgana's allies. It appears anybody that Morgana has paired up with has eventually gotten taken out. She hasn't gotten taken out. Pantheon hasn't directly targeted Morgana, but he keeps targeting Morgana's allies as a result. We get a confessional from Shen, who's also gone plus ultra. Yo, Jeremy, are you in here tonight, bro? Because this is your boy, Shen. I just want to know if you or Rosie are potentially listening in. If you guys, I don't even know if I heard from you guys about D&D. Oh, not D&D, sorry. About, what's it called here? Let me DM you about it. Laws of the Moon. Phasmophobia. I put Pashmo. Just give it a second and see if Jeremy pops by. I'm gonna take a sip of water. How are you guys liking the episode so far? Anybody have any questions? Anybody wondering why someone might be upset or anything like that? There's a lot of anger on the beach right now. Everyone's fucking... They don't like that Pantheon fooled them. And although he's happy he fooled them, he's happy he's still in the game, it looks like everybody just wants him down. Like everybody wants him voted off. He appears to have little to no allies. I think they're gonna turn on Fizz. Is Morgana worried about a boys' alliance? I think Morgana is upset that Pantheon has continued to target her allies, and I think she wanted Gragas gone because Gragas lost an idol, or because Gragas had an idol last episode. I think she trusts Fizz, and Fizz has become like the one person she can talk to. So I don't think necessarily she's worried about a boys' alliance. I think she just really wants Pantheon to go home. And I think the like when he said, you know, is there a scapegoat that you can think about? She mentioned Gragas just because Gragas did have an idol and he didn't tell anybody about it. So she was just considering threat levels. I think if you look at it too, Ashe and Kaisa and Janna, they're playing very invisible games. They're playing the game by having their conversation with their allies, but they're not the ones that are like steering the ship. The ship has very much been steered by champions like Fizz, Morgana, Pantheon, Shen. Like those are the ones that are at the top of the chopping block. They're all playing the game like motherfuckers. Morgana is blinded by vengeance will be her mistake. We shall see. Demo, you're in here tonight, right? This is Demo's character. It is important to note that every single person that is on this beach champion-wise, the reason the season is called Fan Favorites is because these champions were picked by homies. And so if you click on pinned messages in our general, you can see that Fizz is played by Zach, or Zach picked Fizz. Shen was picked by Jeremy. Ashe was picked by Dr. Freezeburn. Janna was picked by Tomatoes. Sejuani was picked by Clutch. Jax was picked by Washi. And then on the red tribe we had Runer picked Pantheon. That's why Rooney loves Pantheon to death. Pajita picked Ivern. Ivern's gone home. I don't even think I've seen Pajita since that few games we played together. Joker chose Gragas. Joker's still in here. He's actually one of our international homies. And he lurks a lot for us. He's awesome. Last week, Evelyn's went home, and that was chosen by Luna. Demo chose Morgana, and then Kaisa was chosen by Rosie. So Rosie and Jeremy are both still in. Zach has lost his Luna. He is a lone fish now. We'll see how he does. And Washi has lost his, or Demo has lost his Washi. So like some of the pairings of homies that I know, they're getting split up. I think Rosie and Jeremy might be the only combo left in the game still, which is pretty exciting. Now it's a brand new combo of Zach and Zach and Demo. They're boys. They're boys in real life. They're boys in the game. I love it. Sorry, you guys got me a little distracted, so let me go back. Shen says, I'm not having this. After what happened last night, after I was told 4 different plans, I will not be made a mockery of. War never changes, and right now, I need to be a warrior. Yes, I just put in an Easter egg for Fallout. Yes, I'll probably get sued for it. Yes, I thought it was perfectly executed. And yes, I think it was cool that he called himself a warrior after. Thoughts? I like that Shen is going, what is this, Warlord Shen? It's a badass skin. I would say 9 times out of 10 people buy skins just because the splash arts are sexy. A lot of conversations, a lot of confessionals. It's because there's a lot of people in the tribe. We get a confessional. Fizz, he says, letting Janna know she's my number 1 is crucial to my game. I've had her in my back pocket for quite a while now, and I'll need her if Pantheon wins immunity. So Fizz is building his army. He had his conversation with Morgana last night. Now he's going to go link up with Janna, and he should have the numbers to potentially sway the vote in his direction if he can't win immunity. We get a conversation between him and Janna. They had a personal one-on-one just like this last time. And it says, Morgana and Gragas, they want Pantheon gone more than anything. And Janna says, there's still a lot of people left in this game. People with good stories. Shen and Morgana are good targets if Pantheon doesn't win today. And he says, we do whatever it takes to protect our duo. I want to go to the end with you, Janna. And she replies, I want to go to the end with you too, Fizz. So these two are fucking absolutely tight boys. The Janna Fizz, what do you call them? Fana? Or Jizz? They're the Jizz Alliance, bro. I'm putting it in the fucking screen right now. Hang on. The Jizz Alliance. It's Janna Fizz. Janna and Fizz. The Jizz Alliance. I don't know why that's fucking hilarious, bro. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's perfect. Jana Fizz. I called him Fana, and I was like, that's kind of funny. And then I thought of the other one, and I was like, that's genius. When we get kill in Wild Rift with Elder, but it makes an awesome art. Every kill with a streak flashes Winslow. Oh, that's fucking dope. Yeah, like Wild Rift has a lot more editing to it. I think that's why it's dope. So these two are tight, thick as thieves. We're gonna get a upgraded Jana splash art confessional. She says, Fizz is a great ally, but maybe a better story than me. I can't let him get to the end with me. I need some serious support for my next move. So Jana is talking about cutting Fizz loose. People are starting to lie to each other's faces. That's the fucked up part in this game, is that you kind of have to tell somebody one thing, but they're gonna have different intentions. You know what I mean? So, like, right here, Jenna's like, I want to go to the end with you. But then her confessional right after is like, nah, dude, I think Fizz has a better chance at winning this game than me if I go to the end with him. I need to cut him loose. We get a confessional from Ash. She says, Pantheon is the official scapegoat. If he loses immunity, he's going home. That's what everyone believes. It's time I cement my legacy on this beach. So Ash is talking about playing a big game, and she's going to start to... Like, I don't know if you guys have a battle map and you're trying to draw lines through all these conversations, but, like, it's starting to get messy, bro. Everybody's starting to look for new allies, people they can trust, people they can work with. Reverse card on Fizz, like I said. Yo, is Zach here tonight? Let me DM Zach, bro. I want to see if he knows what's happening right now, because some shit's happening. Ready? Zach Bell. I shot him a DM. Here we go, ready guys? And Ash is going to go find a new player on the beach to have another conversation with. If you catch us back in the merge episode, they maybe had one conversation with each other when they first landed on the beach, and now they're gonna get to have a solo one-on-one. And it's gonna be Kaisa and Ash. And Kaisa says, or Ash says, if you don't mind me asking, how come you're here on Survivor? And Kaisa says, I don't mind at all. My dad always talked about getting on Survivor and playing the game. He loved the show so much he would watch every episode. He passed away last year and he never got to do the show. I'm doing it for him. I want to make his dreams come true, or his dream come true. And Ash goes, that's very noble of you, Kaisa. I love my dad with all my heart, so I understand where you're coming from. And we kind of have this like tender... They're not talking about the game. They're just talking about the reasons on why they play the game. Or just these personal moments. And these are going to be big reasons. These conversations, you know, when you can be really human with someone else on the beach, that can really help your game. Because someone might have a harder time voting you out if they know, you know, if they get to know you better, I guess is the really best way of putting it. That's how you build strong alliances. And this is a good conversation between the two girls. Just talking about her dad and how much they love him and stuff. And we're going to move on to this next one. Pantheon and Shen. And Pantheon goes, I'm surprised to see you approaching me. And Shen says, you're only playing the game, Panth. If anything, I respect you. We're two of the toughest players left in this game. I think we need to protect each other. And Pantheon says, I'm winning immunity. Then we can pick a target. Wow. So first off, Shen is approaching Pantheon. Nobody else has seemed to approach Pantheon. Pantheon seemed to be completely alone. But there is one person among that giant voting block that is interested in maybe picking Pantheon up off the bottom and using his vote to his advantage, and that is Shen. Shen is starting to play the game, folks. He is a G. He's the only one that wants to try to save you, Rooney. So that's pretty hype. We get a confessional from Jana, and she says, making moves is the only way to get me to the end. Pantheon made a big move last night. Tonight we vote in the first member of the jury. They want to play the game fast. It's time for my big move. Okay. Dog, says Clutch. What's dog? Shen trying to protect his boy? Potentially. Making moves is the only way to get to the end. Time for my big move. Yeah, it's just hype. And now it's time for the immunity challenge. Last gasp. Plot twist. There will not be one person winning immunity tonight, but there will be two people winning immunity. That's right, guys. The last man and woman players that to stay under the great wins. Those players will be safe at Tribal, where the rest of you will have to vote someone out. All right. It's hype. So 2 people are safe tonight. One boy and 1 girl. Pants ain't no slouch though. And we're gonna take a look at the challenge, and this is the challenge, guys. So it's called the Last Gasp. I put a red line to designate the girls versus each other and the guys versus each other. There are 4 guys left in the game and 4 girls left in the game. 1 person is going to win from each group, and then there will still be that means only 6 people can have their name written down. Unless someone has an idol, that means only 5 names can get written down. That's kind of crazy, guys. Someone might just take a stray bullet tonight. We'll see. Before we do that, though, I am going to look up the Last Gasp so I can show it to you guys, because I actually thought this would be a cool idea. So, Last Gasp Survivor. I want to show you what this challenge looks like so you guys can see what it looks like. I think this will be informational.
All right, shall we get to today's immunity challenge?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. First things first, Cassidy.
All right, I'm winning it back.
Gotta take it back. You can win it back. Thank you.
It's like kind of cut off because of the way the episodes
Once again, immunity is back up for grabs.
Here we go.
Today's challenge is going to test your ability to remain calm when everything else in your body says otherwise. You're going to take a spot under a grated steel barrier. As the tide rises, your breathing room will decrease until ultimately there is nowhere left to breathe. The person who lasts the longest wins immunity, is guaranteed a spot in the final 6.
That's fucking hype, huh, guys? Alright, so we're going to go back to this. Do we have any questions on how the challenge works, guys? Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, I almost just spoiled the challenge. Don't mind me. Bro, Panth literally holds a spear and shield all his life. He can hold himself up. He's got this. Alright, so you want to see Pantheon win? Who else do you guys want? Who do you think wins this challenge, guys? The last episode was 1 hour and 10 minutes, by the way, so we were good. Isn't Fizz a fish? He is a fish, Badra. Well, he has the personality of Fizz. He's technically human. So he's a fisherman though, so he's probably good at holding his breath. He's probably good in watery situations. But it's also important to note that Fizz has kind of sucked at like every challenge this season. He has not won a challenge yet. He's kind of struggled. He's always made like 2nd best or 3rd best. So it'll be interesting to see if he can win a challenge. Alright guys, here we go. So I'm going to just put a little clock on the screen so you guys can see how long they've been underwater for or whatever. Go to like size 24. Badger, is this your first time seeing the show? Or did you get to see it on Wednesday? I don't know if you did or not. Boop. Alright. Caps lock. Your mice be real crackly. Mic be real crackly for some reason. My mic is crackly? Hello, hello. This is the first time, new to me. Oh, I hope it's easy to follow. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, okay? I have a lot of fun making this. This is what I was doing this morning. If anyone came into stream for like an hour, the first 2 hours, and then they saw me smoking weed and talking to the camera, it's because I was trying to finish the episode. So these episodes are hard to figure out who I want to send home, you know? It was before. I think you just messed with it. You made it a little bit better. Okay. Good to see you, Jack. How you doing, buddy? You're a strong Kaisa fan, correct? Alright, that clock looks okay. It's a nice looking clock you got there. No, just kidding. Alright, so we're going to get to 10 minutes in. Right now, the... oh, there's something else I should put on the screen. This is how many like feet of room they have to breathe. Right now, they have 2 feet of room. 10 minutes in, the water's swelling and stuff, and we're gonna get to the 20-minute mark, and this is where it's going to cut up by about a whole foot. I don't know how the ocean water works. Don't fuck with me. I could sit here and try to figure out the thing. I'm just gonna see who can hold their breath the longest. If I keep measurements, I'm gonna fuck myself up. Don't mind me. Early. Yeah, Rooney was here right away. At the 20-minute mark, we are going to see... I wrote down who goes home first. The first person to go home is Morgana. She has to come up for air. Big swell hits her, and they're all underwater for about 40 seconds, and it's not enough. And Morgana goes and takes a seat on the bench. So Morgana's done. And we're going to get to the 40-minute mark. People are about doubling her time. And we're going to see Shen go down. Shen can't do this. And Shen is going to go take a seat on the bench as well. So the guy who won immunity last time was not able to win it this time. And we're going to get to... There's, let's see, 6 people left in the game right now. Who do you think is going to win right now? We have 2 people down, guys, right now. We're going to hit 45 minutes. And this is going to be the most shocking person to fall out of all of them. Pantheon does not make it and is forced to come up for air. The water and the way it's like fucking pretty much putting him under the water is enough. So we're going to... Pantheon goes down 3rd. He has no shot at immunity. If his name gets written down, he will be in trouble tonight. Morgana is gone. Pantheon is gone. Shen is gone. We're going to get to the 55-minute mark. We're going to get to the 57-minute mark. We're going to get to the 59-minute mark. And Jana is finally going to have to come up. She's going to have to go. And they've got like maybe 4 inches of breathing room right now. And when the waves hit, they're underwater for a long time. This is horse honky. There's only 2 girls left in the game and 2 guys left in the game. Who do you guys think wins? Kaisa or Ash or Fizz and Gragas? I think people thought the Fizz is obvious, right? Because he's a fish. We're gonna get to the 1 hour 30-minute mark. So almost 40 minutes have passed. They have been under that water a long time. They've been holding on to the grates a long time. They have maybe 1-2 inches of breathing room. Their mouths are like up to the grate, and they're cupping their hands like this to just try and get air. Big swells of salt water are coming in. Also, you have to remember that like they have to hold themselves to that, so like that's gonna tire themselves out and shit. And this is where it's gonna get a little brutal because Ash is gonna go down, and Kaisa is gonna win immunity for the girls. So congratulations to Kaisa. We're gonna hit the 1 hour 45-minute mark, and then right around the 150-minute mark, before they even hit 2 hours, Fizz is going to go down, and Gragas is actually going to be winning it for the boys, guys. So we have Kaisa and Gragas winning immunity challenge. Oh my god, Pantheon's up for elimination. This is kind of fucked up. I'm a little... I'm all Pantheon stands. Be scared, because these 2 motherfuckers won immunity. Out of everybody, Kaisa and Gragas somehow won this challenge. Horse honky again. All the Pantheon stands are stunned. They're pissed. All the Fizz stands are also pissed. All the Morgana stands, equally pissed. She went home like first. Jana and Ash somehow keep making it through like the middle of the challenge. They, quite yet haven't won. I think out of immunity challenges, the ones that have won the most were the 3 that that lost first, which was Morgana. She's won an immunity challenge. Shen's won an immunity challenge, and Pantheon's won an immunity challenge. And they all fucking sucked at this one. This one was just... It's intense as fuck. This motherfucker can drink for days, so he's got no problem being fucking sloshed, get it? And then this motherfucker is a what did I say she was? I said she was a big game hunter. So she's got the patience of a fucking... patience 1,000, okay? She's super patient. Get a confessional from Kaisa. Look at that artwork, bro. So Kaisa hadn't evolved, I don't think. She had like regular artwork earlier, and now she's got the dope ass water artwork. She won the water challenge. She said, I was tempted to give in, but my conversation with Ash reminded me of who I am. Feed the beast or be its meal. Fucking Kaisa, guys, badass. Any of the Kaisa stands out there, like Jack? I know you like Kaisa. Kaisa's fucking badass, man. She's cool as shit. She's really starting to come into her own. And this win here is going to allow her to kind of, let her choose who goes home. And then we're going to get a confessional from your boy Gragas. And he says, I'll drink you under the table, scrubs. Tonight, Pantheon goes home, and then it's happy hour. I love Gragas so. Look how happy these two are. Kaisa fucking absolutely going plus ultra. We got Gragas going plus ultra. Both of them winning immunity, dude. It's fucking hype as shit. They both also said quotes from their actual characters. Yeah, Gragas is coming for Pantheon. Pantheon's got nobody to save him except maybe Shen. Is the whole tribe going to submit and just let Pantheon go home? Or is one of these other names that we've heard tonight? Because we've also heard Shen. We've also heard Gragas. I've now heard Fizz's name get brought up. So Shen, Gragas, Pantheon, Fizz. All the guys are on the chopping block. I haven't seen any of the girls getting picked up. Panth finds an idol. Panth rules. We'll see. We'll see. We will see, Rooney. Rooney, you might have your heart crushed tonight. I can't tell you for sure, but when Pantheon goes home, I know you're going to be sad, bud. And I'm sorry. We're going to get the split up tribe map. So Kaisa and Gragas both have immunity, so their names are marked in yellow. We have the Morgana Fizz pairing. I would say Janna is also a part of this pairing. Ash is kind of floating around, but she was kind of working with Shen previously. So they're starting to kind of drift apart. And then we have the Boys Alliance of Shen and Pantheon. So this is our battle map. Right now, guys, who do you think's going home tonight? Just based on this battle map. Those two are safe. The rest of them can have their name written down. One of those 6 are going home. Morgana, Fizz, Janna, Pantheon, Shen, or Ash. Everyone's had their names said out except for Janna and Ash. Both of those two have been kind of invisible. Oh, and Morgana. The 3 girls haven't had their names written down essentially. Much love. Bedra, you're a new hobie. Who do you like so far? Who's got pizzazz? Who's someone you feel yourself drifting towards wanting to see the win come out of? Get another Kaisa confessional. She says, my goal with immunity is to vote out Pantheon. This is our only chance. Get a confessional from Pantheon. I'm going to read this in a sec. The war rages on, and I find myself defenseless. I didn't win immunity, and I don't have an immunity idol or a knowledge's power advantage. Tonight I must use my words and my bonds with my tribe mates to see another day. Other targets loom in the shadows. I must expose them to the light. Oh my god, they coming for me, boy. Bruno, run! The cops are coming for you. Yo, you got 5 stars in GTA. Oh my god, Pantheon and Shen, the continued conversation. And he goes, we're both vulnerable tonight. I think we need to weaken Gragas and target either Fizz or Morgana. And Pantheon says, I'm worried about Morgana. She always comes back 10 times stronger. Tonight might be a perfect moment for us. And Shen says, choosing Morgana might turn the other women against us. So it is 4-4. If they vote out Morgana, then the other 3 who they kind of have alliances with, which is like Janna, Ash, Kaisa, they might just completely come after them. They did just vote out Evelyn, so they might think that the guys are kind of doing some all-guy alliance thing. That's always an important thing in the back of players' heads, you know what I mean? Because it has happened before. There has been a time where 6 women single-handedly voted out every single dude on the tribe, like without any hesitation, and then were the final 6 players left in the game. It was badass. It was called the Black Widow Alliance. That was like seasons ago, bro. I don't know if anybody knows or remembers that. Get a confessional from your boy Gragas, and he says Pantheon's having a lot of conversations for someone I thought was going home effortlessly. Things are about to get messy. Oh shit, okay. Your boy Gragas, dude, he's not happy with the situation. Confessional from Janna. She says Fizz just isn't in the cards tonight. The clear targets are Morgana, Pantheon, and Shen. Time to focus. So everybody's kind of getting their ducks in order. They're not exactly sure who to go after, but from what Janna is telling us, she is not looking to break off her alliance with Fizz yet. She can't do it yet. She wants to, but she can't. There's just too many other names on the board, and she can't just, convince other people when they desperately want certain people to go home. Like Morgana and Pantheon, their names are like this, okay? Like it could go one of which way right now, but I would definitely say that Rooney and Demo are at the top of the chopping block. Here's a confessional between Ash, or a conversation between Ash and Pantheon. So, whoa, first off, your boy Pantheon went from having no allies to slowly working his way back into conversations just because there are other people that are really playing the game right now. And it's going to be Ash who actually approaches him as well. And she says, you're the obvious target, but that doesn't mean I want you to go home. Evelyn twisted my arm last tribal, and I'm sorry for that. Pantheon says, I forgive you. Do you have any other targets you were interested in? And she says, Morgana is the only thing keeping Gragas in this game. So it looks like Ash wants Gragas gone. And for Ash to get out Gragas, she needs to take out Morgana first, which is Gragas' ally. Well, Morgana more or less just kind of gives demands to Gragas. From what we've seen, her and Evelyn used to give demands to him all the time. Pantheon says, I forgive, I'm down to right Morgana. So we have two people now, Ash and Pantheon. Pantheon's building, he's building up the other side. He's trying to get enough votes to fucking take down Morgana. It's going to be essentially a Morgana versus Pantheon bout. This little conversation with Fizz, when Fizz said, right here, he said, stirring the pot is what I do. The ultimate showdown from Morgana and Pantheon has begun. Easy votes, top 6, here I come. When he says easy votes, top 6, that means that, like, he wants to get rid of Pantheon and Morgana and then just move on. Like, let them essentially destroy each other. And this whole episode has kind of been stirring the pot and fucking putting wood on the flame, you know, spouting the flame. The flame's fucking massive right now. Everybody's fighting. Everybody's arguing. It's getting stressful. There's only 7 spots left in the game. You know, there's an easy scapegoat, but things are never easy. And we get a confessional from Ash. He says, I'm worried I might need to cut Shen loose tonight. He has been playing a strong defense. Instead, he's getting himself caught up in Pantheon's drama. I can protect my teammate or watch him crumble. Decisions are tough tonight. Oh my god. So, Ash might even just be willing to cut Shen off and Fizz just wants to watch the world burn. Damn right, dude. There's so many names on the board tonight, it's crazy. Even Ash is having the same mentality that Jen is. Jen is willing to cut off Fizz. Ash is willing to cut off Shen. Like, they're... Oh, my God. Nobody's willing to work with anybody. It's just hella stressful. Get a confessional from Gragas and Fizz walking down the beach. And Gragas says, I stayed up all night looking for the idol. I couldn't find it, and then somehow won the immunity challenge. Fizz says, well, Pantheon didn't win either. Maybe tonight can be an easy vote for once. And Gragas says, Morgana will definitely be pushing for that, but I'm worried about Shen. I've seen him talking to Pantheon. Again, Gragas has proved to us this episode that he is a little bit more observant than he originally let on. Gragas does seem to be playing the game. He won immunity tonight. This episode definitely cemented himself a lot more. I think he's definitely having much stronger confessionals, much stronger conversations, much stronger decision making. He has definitely grown tenfold since the Gragas we saw in episode 1. That was kind of like, you know, they consider him a pussy. Like, he was a scapegoat. He didn't know what to do. He nearly went home in the first episode. And now he's come so far. And Fizz says, it's a meat shield alliance. We need to hurry and break that up. Get a conversation between the Fizz and Janna alliance. Janna says, shall we proceed carefully? Fizz says, full throttle. Let's send them to the briny deep. Oh my god. I just love this artwork. This artwork is really nice. I got a snipping tool, this bitch. Drop that in the Discord, bro. This is going to be our little screenshot of the episode. Because it's sexy. This will be our wallpaper for the wallpaper episode 5. How do you guys like the episode so far? Is everybody keeping up with it? Is everybody enjoying the artwork, the storytelling, the gameplay? There's a lot of shit happening. It's not too confusing, right? Gragas is a G. Yeah, I like Gragas a lot too, Kisman. Pantheon has been the star-studded hero of the season. But his big move last episode has come back to haunt him. And that's kind of been a theme of this season, is that if you know, try to make big, splashy moves, then it just essentially puts you at the top of the board to go home next. Pantheon goated. Yeah, he is. He's very goated. Alright, and now it is time for Tribal Council, guys. We have Kaisa with immunity, Pantheon without immunity, Gragas with immunity, and then the rest of them don't have immunity as well, which is Morgana, Shen, Janna, Fizz, or otherwise known as the Jizz Alliance, and then Ash. So that he is only a soldier. All right, guys. Who is going home tonight? Let me see it in the chat. It's our final question of the night. We flew through this episode. I think we did a good job. We started at 8:30. It's 9:30, which means we finished the episode in about exactly an hour. Like I said, these episodes are probably going to get a little bit shorter just because there are less players in the game, less confessionals, things like that. Time to forge a Kiz alliance. Kisman says Morgana's going home. Rooney says Morgana's going home. We didn't get a final battle map, but if I scroll back up and move this battle map around, I would say that Ash has kind of taken herself away from Shen. You know, I would say that there's a lot of stirrings to go for Pantheon. So, like, he's going for Pantheon. She's probably going for Pantheon. He's going to go for Pantheon. You know, she's probably going to follow whatever Fizz says. So that's at least 4 votes, which means Pantheon is going to need to rope in these 3 players to try to tie the votes for Morgana. And if the votes get tied, well, then Morgana can't vote and Pantheon can't vote. And they'll be forced to re-vote, just the 6 of them. So it could be really, it's going to be intense, guys. Pantheon's in trouble. Yeah. So is you know, potentially, I think Janna right here, her going, you know, Fizz just isn't in the cards, kind of meant Fizz was off the table. And I don't think Shen's necessarily on the table either yet. I think it really comes down to these 2. But so far, really good analyst in all the games. Really good episode, honestly. Everybody played the game, you know, full throttle, and I appreciate that. I'm gonna take a fat ripper, and we're gonna read the votes. Okay, you guys ready? Let's go ahead and make my cam large. Everybody comes out, and Jeff says, you know, like, today's challenge was pretty intense. We had 2 new players win immunity in Gragas and Kaisa. Gragas, how are you feeling right now in the game? And Gragas says, you know, I really struggled. I remember losing that first, you know, reward challenge against Shen in the sumo match. I fell on my knee, I hurt my knee, and then he completely just took me off the mat. That kind of really set me back mentally, and I wasn't sure if, you know, I thought I could, you know, be helpful to the tribe, and I think I've come really far since that. He's like, yeah, you know, Gragas, I agree with you. I think you really have come far. It's like, what about you, Kaisa? And Kaisa's like, you know, I'm happy to win one challenge because my father always wanted to be on this show, and I'm doing it for him. And I was like, well, that's fuck yeah. All right, so some beautiful confessionals from them. It's like, is there anybody in the tribe who's not so comfortable? You know, there are 6 people who can have their name written down tonight. And we're going to get, like, just a little conversation from Fizz. And Fizz is like, you can never be too safe in Survivor. If you're comfortable, that just means you're going home. And it's like, all right, time to vote. Let's go ahead and go down the line. Kaisa go first. So Kaisa votes, Pantheon votes, Gragas votes, Morgana votes, Shen votes, Janna votes, Fizz votes, and then Ash votes. And he goes, all right, if anybody has an idol, now would be the time to do so. Nobody says anything. He's like, all right, so now it is time to read the votes. You guys ready? Here we go, guys. This is going to be nuts. Wait. We're going to put some weed in the bong. We take a ripper, and then we're done, okay? Did everybody have a good episode? Did you guys like the episode? The challenge was the last gasp. That was like one of the best episodes I've seen. I actually showed you footage of it this episode. Some things we did differently. We did another double confessional with Gragas. Then we did a we had a moment, like a heart-to-heart moment between Ash and Kaisa, which was nice. We had the plus ultra moments where all the champions started showing skin. They started, like, instead of being base skin, they were like, they had their skins. That's something I've never done before, so I hope it, I don't think it ruined the immersion. If anything, I think it made it look cooler. And then for the last gas challenge, the other thing I kind of added to this episode was I showed you guys a clip of the live footage of Jeff explaining how the challenge works, and I think that probably helped you, like, visualize it in your head a little bit more, you know what I mean? So I think all 3 of those additions, the double confessional, the extra heart-to-heart scene, and then the explanation video at the challenge were all perfect ideas. I think it made this episode really great. And also, I think it's a good episode in the sense that you don't know who's going home. Unless maybe you know exactly how everybody's thinking or feeling, you know what I mean? Like, you sat down with a piece of paper and like, Fizz, okay, who does he want? This guy. this guy, this, like, write down all their names and then try to guess who they vote for and see how close if you were accurate. Like, if you want to, get a piece of paper right now, write down the names of all the tribe members, and then try to guess who they vote for, or who they vote out, and then compare with me afterwards, and we'll see. That'll be fun. All right, I'm taking this ripper, and then it's time to read the votes, guys. Kisman's nervous. You should be nervous. That's the whole point of the episode. The whole point of the show is not knowing who goes home, having, like, characters you care about that could be, you know, potentially going home. You know, it's all about trust. I think trust is the biggest currency in Survivor. If you can't trust somebody, then you might as well vote them out. Me boy, Rooney. Rooney's about to be big sad. All right, here we go, guys. Time for a ripper, and then we'll read the votes, and then we're gonna do Phasmophobia, okay? Ready up, people? It's in the chat, folks. This has been episode 5 of Survivor Runeterra, guys. I absolutely love making this show for you. I've done 2 seasons of it in the last year, and you know, every season's been, you know, well reciprocated, even more reciprocated than the episode before it. So thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. This season has been probably our most popular yet, and I love that we have, you know, members from the community in the game. You know, they picked their champions. That was a really nice touch. I think it made you guys, you know, feel a little bit more connected to them. Okay. I think the lo-fi's getting ready to end because it's like, oh, see, it's lo-fi beats to relax. No wonder I feel like this shit's putting me to sleep. You motherfuckers. You know what I'm gonna do? Put on Otherworld? No, I'm just kidding. It'd be so intense. Alright, guys, here we go. Taking it away. Kisman's ready, Rooney's ready. 3, 2, 1. Alright. So nobody plays an idol. Alright, it's time to read the votes. First vote. Wait, turn the light off. First vote, Pantheon. 1 vote, Pantheon. 7 votes left. Morgana. 1 vote, Morgana. 1 vote, Pantheon. 6 votes left. Pantheon. 2 votes, Pantheon. 1 vote, Morgana. 5 votes left. Pantheon. 4 votes, Pantheon. 1 vote, Morgana. 3 votes left. Fifth person voted out of Survivor Runeterra. Pantheon. Bring me your torch. Rooney, the tribe has spoken. Said, dang, the writing on these kind of sus. What, the scribbles? Pantheon. oh, yeah, I only wrote 1 vote. So look, I saved myself effort. I only wrote 2 votes. Pantheon and Morgana. Pour one out for your boy. Ladies and gentlemen, take one ripper for one of the greatest players in Season 3, Pantheon. He wasn't able to use his words to gain enough favor. He had some favor from Ash, some favor from Shen, but ultimately it seemed like they were lulling him into a false reality. Morgana talked about being lulled into a false reality. That's exactly what happened to Pantheon this episode. Ultimately, it was the alliance of Shen and Ash that duped him. And I think ultimately a lot of this credit is going to go to Gragas and Morgana, because Gragas and Morgana were the largest voices to get him out. He stole Gragas' idol. He voted out both of Morgana's allies. So this is a big win for Gragas, and it's also a big win for Morgana. They're both going to be looking for all the new free agents that are on the board still. There's still these 4 players on the right are really kind of up for grabs. I don't think Morgana or Gragas has crazy alliances with either of them. Maybe Gragas and Fizz are kind of close, but that's about it. We have a whole season ahead of us, guys. We still have Kaisa, Gragas, Morgana, Shen, Janna, Fizz, and Ash. Top 7. One of them is going to win the end of the game, guys. 4 more people to be eliminated. And Pantheon is the first member of our jury. Pantheon, Runer, you are going to be help deciding who wins $1 million. You yourself is going to submit a vote on who you think is going to win. Honey, I'm coming home. Pantheon, this is his final confessional, guys. I thought I would drip him out for the final fucking scene. He's going home to his pregnant wife. His wife is 9 months pregnant. He wasn't sure that he thought he was going to miss the birth of his child. So, you know, I will safely confirm for all the guys who love all the juicy bits, he did not miss the birth of his child. But he also didn't win $1 million. But he is going to be on the jury, so he does get to decide who wins. And I am just going to go back up to the jury screen. That is the end of episode 5, guys. We're all done. What'd you guys think of the episode? I'm going to go here, and I'm going to write... Look at the battle map. Who do you think is going home next? Based on this map of everyone that's been eliminated. Evelyn, blindsided. Jackson, Pantheon, challenge threats eliminated. Sejuani was blindsided. Ivern was blindsided. We have our first member of the jury and Pantheon as well. I'll change the text here. It just says J, but we can make it like yellow or something. How'd you like it, Kisman? Kisman, Badger, that was your first time seeing the show. Big boy sadness. I'm sorry, Rooney. Your Pantheon got far, though. It's important to know that he didn't go home first, second, third, fourth. He literally, he duked it out for multiple weeks. He put up a fight, bro. The knowledge is power advantage. He fucking, you know what I mean? You absolutely cannot be sad at that gameplay. He played hard as fuck. He played so hard that when you get voted off at this point, it's like a respect thing. Because your tribe respects you so much that if they didn't vote you out, they thought you were going to win the game. That's how you have to look at it. That's how you have to look at it. Pantheon is one of the most respected people on that tribe. That is why he had to go home. He would have won the whole fucking show after all the shit he pulled, but blindsiding Evelyn and taking out Ivern. And you know, he started this game, and if he had gotten to the end, bro, he would have had the fucking, you know how many more votes he probably would have been fucking responsible for? There are still 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4, yeah, 4 more people that have to get voted off. I don't think we have a 9th vote off. I just think we have this. 3 more weeks, guys. 3 more players are going home. Oh, nope. We will have this, sorry. 9th vote off. I can give you guys an updated battle map based on the votes. If we go to here, right, we get rid of Pantheon. We change his name to Red. Red Tribe, by the way, has lost 2 members in the last few weeks. Blue Tribe has continued to stay strong, and they are voting off Red Tribe one by one. These 4 have voted together 2 weeks in a row. That is mucho importante. And Blue Tribe is all working together. It's crazy. And we should put them in a voting block of 4 together because they have not broken up whatsoever. And then I would attach Fizz at the hip and then leave Kaisa and Morgana kind of floating because they did vote, but they're not necessarily working with them. And we can get rid of the immunities because they don't have immunities anymore. We have the 3 red tribe members biting at the heels of the strong blue 4. The strong blue 4 might stick together and just vote out the rest of red tribe now. Red tribe has essentially cannibalized itself. And it's going to be really, really interesting going into episode... what the fuck are we on? We're on episode 6, guys. Episode 6. I don't have a title for it. Just episode 6. And we're gonna do this episode. Let me just put in this little tiny like clock up here so you guys know when the next episode comes out. Today is January 7th. It'll be ready by next weekend then. Next Saturday. So January 14th. Maybe even sooner. We'll see. Alright, guys. Who's ready to play some Phasmophobia, okay? You have to wait 1 week for the next episode, but we're going to finish it all in January, okay?
Who's that Pokemon? Who's that Pokemon?
Guys. Double Pokemoning, come on.